Good morning, students. Happy morning to all. How are you all? Are you all happy today? Are you all happy, my dears? Yes, my students are very happy, I think. Okay. Hope you all are safe at home and fine. Okay, dears. Let's start today's session. Last class we see about the interior of the earth, right? Yes, we see in this Geography Unit 1. Today is a second class, okay? Last class we see about interior of the earth. The interior of the earth consists of three types, namely the crust, the mantle and the core. Okay, next one. The first one is crust. The crust is the uppermost layer of the earth, okay? It is the crust is the outermost layer of the earth. Its thickness we see about earth is a blue planet. Earth is called as blue planet. It consists of upper part and lower part. Upper part is called as Sial. Lower part is called as Sima. Sima means silica and magnesium. Sial means silica and aluminium. Okay. What we studied yesterday about mantle. The mantle is the next layer beneath the crust. So it is called mantle. Okay. It consists of two parts, upper mantle and lower mantle. We see the density of it and its distance. Okay. The next one is core. The core is the innermost layer of the earth. It is also known as barysphere. Barysphere, okay? It consists of two parts, namely the outer core and the inner core. The outer core is rich in iron and it is in liquid state. Okay, the next one is inner core. It consists of nickel and ferrous. Nickel and ferrous. And it is in solid state. It has very high temperature and pressure. The radius of the earth is 6,371 kilometer. Okay, dears. Now, let's see the continuation of last class. The earth movements. Okay. The earth movements. Movements means nagarradu. Okay, va? The earth movements. புவியின் நகர்வுகள். புவியின் நகர்வுகள். The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as lithospheric plates. Lithosphere consists of a number of broken plates. It is called lithospheric plate. Okay. Each plate, oceanic or continental, moves independently over the asthenosphere. Asthenosphere. It is a sphere. Okay. S-P-H-E-R-E. Sphere. As. The. No. Sphere. Asthenosphere. Okay. Asthenosphere. Okay. When you get a free time in your house, you have to read. Okay. Vocabulary is very important. Reading skill. You should develop your reading skill by read your school books. Okay. This one is asthenosphere. The movement of the earth's lithosphere plates is termed as tectonic movements. This one is a 2-mark question. What is known as tectonic movements? The movement of the earth's lithospheric plate. The movement of the earth's lithospheric plate. What is lithospheric plate? The lithosphere consists of number of broken plates. It is called lithospheric plates. The movement of the earth's lithospheric plates. Lithospheric plates. The movement of the earth's lithospheric plates is termed as tectonic movements. Tectonic movements. The energy required to move these plates is produced by the internal heat of the earth. These plates move in different direction at different speed. What is tectonic movement? The movement of the earth's lithospheric plates is termed as tectonic movements. The movement of the earth's lithospheric plates is termed as tectonic movements. Okay, dears. Here is a diagram of lithospheric plates. Lithosphere. Here comes lithosphere. The lower layer is a asthenosphere. Okay. This is one is a oceanic crust, trench, continental crust, volcanic arc. Here is a volcanic arc. Okay. This is a picture of lithospheric plates. At places, these plates move away from each other. Move away from each other, creating wide rifts on the Earth's surface. At some places, these plates come closer and collide. When an oceanic plate collides with the continental plate, the denser oceanic plate is forced below the continental plate. As a result of the pressure from above, the rocks heats up and melt. Melts na uruguradu. Okay. Heat means வெப்பமயமாதல். Okay. Melt means uruguradu. The molten rocks rise again, forming volcanic mountains along the continental edge. Alternatively, a trench may be formed between two plates. In some cases, when two continental plates converge, neither plate can be forced under the other. Instead, folds may be created. Great mountain ranges like the Himalayas have been formed this way. Which one is a great mountain range? Here, Himalayas is a great mountain range. Which one is a great mountain range, dears? Himalayas is a great mountain range. Okay. Next one. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. The earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. The forces which act in the interior of the earth are called as endogenic forces, and the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called as exogenic forces. Okay. The force which act in the interior. Okay. Interior of the earth is called endogenic. Interior. Endogenic. Surface. Exogenic. Okay, dears. Interior. The forces which act in the interior of the earth is called endogenic. The force that work on the surface of the earth are called exogenic force. Okay. Interior, endogenic. Surface, exogenic forces. Okay. This is the hint points you have to keep in mind. Okay. Then elaborate it with your sentence. Okay, dears. Interior, endogenic force. Surface of the earth, exogenic force. Endogenic forces produce sudden movements and exogenic forces produce slow movements. Endogenic force produce sudden. Endogenic. Interior, endogenic. It produce sudden movements. Okay. Next, exogenic. Exogenic is on the Exogenic forces produce slow movements. Okay. Exogenic forces produce slow movements. Endogenic forces produce sudden movement. We already see the force that act in the interior of the earth is called endogenic. It produces sudden movement. What is exogenic force? The forces that work on the surface of the earth are called as exogenic, and it produces slow movements. Next one, endogenic movement produce earthquake and volcanoes that cause mass destruction over the surface of the earth. Endogenic movements produce earthquake. Which movement produce earthquake and volcanoes? Endogenic movement. Endogenic movement which produce sudden movement. For example, earthquake and volcano. Earthquake and volcano. Do you know? The asthenosphere is the part of the mantle that flows and moves the plates of the earth. The asthenosphere is a part of the mantle. Mantle is one of the layer in the interior of the earth. Okay, this is a second layer, right? First one is a crust, second one mantle, third one is core. Next, we are going to see about earthquake. Earthquake means nilanadukam. What is earthquake? This is one. Two more question. 7th Roman letter, third question. Okay. What is earthquake? A sudden movement of a portion of Earth's crust which produces a shaking or trembling, okay, is known as earthquake. Earthquake is a sudden movement. Earthquake is a sudden movement of the portion of the Earth's crust. Crust is the outermost layer of the earth, right? So the sudden movement which caused on the outermost layer of the earth, which means, for example, shaking or trembling, is known as earthquake. What is earthquake? A sudden movement of a portion of Earth's crust which produces a shaking or trembling is known as earthquake. The point where these vibrations originate is called focus of the earthquake. Here is a picture of earthquake. Okay. The point of the earth's surface directly above the focus is called the epicenter of the earthquake. Is called epicenter of the earthquake. What is epicenter? The point of the earth's surface directly above the focus. Okay, directly above the focus is called epicenter. From the focus, the earthquake vibrations travel in different directions in the form of seismic waves. What is seismograph? 7th Roman letter, 4th question. It comes under two more question. The earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument known as seismograph. Seismograph is an instrument. It is used to record the waves of earthquake. The waves of earthquake. Okay. The earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument which is known as seismograph. The magnitude of an earthquake is measured by a Richter scale. Its magnitude is measured by Richter scale. It is measured by using an instrument called a seismograph. Its magnitude was recorded by Richter scale. The numbers on this scale range from 0 to 9. Okay, it is a type of scale. The numbers on this scale is range from 0 to 9. 0 to 9. Okay, this scale is called Richter scale. Causes of earthquake. Which cause earthquake? Let's see. The chief cause of earthquake is the sudden slipping of the portion of the earth's crust. Earth's crust slipping along fractures or fault. along fractures or faults. The movement of the molten rocks underneath the surface produce strains which break the rocks apart. The sudden shifting of landmass causes upheavals in the crust of the earth, sending vibrations or waves onto the surrounding portions of the earth. Sometimes the surface of the earth itself cracks. Which one cracks? Earth, the surface of the earth itself cracks. Okay? It causes earthquake. Effects of earthquake, it comes under detail. Okay, dears? Effects of earthquake. Okay, this question, the earth's interior is very hot. Why? Yesterday's assignment, right? Now let's see what are the effects of earthquake. Earthquakes may cause changes in the earth's surface. Vibrations often set landslides in mountainous regions. Okay, there is a vibration which causes in the mountains landslide. Okay, there is a vibration caused in the landslide region. A greater danger in an earthquake is the falling of buildings. Falling of building blocks is the greater danger in earthquake. Most of the houses which collapsed means damaged, were made of mud and bricks and proved to be death traps This is a first point. Okay, vibrations often set landslides in the mountainous regions. A greater danger in an earthquake is the falling of buildings. Most of the houses which collapsed were made of mud and bricks and proved to be death traps. Okay, the second point, fire is another great danger. Which one is another great danger? Fire is another great danger. There are three types of earthquake waves. P waves or longitudinal waves. S waves or transverse waves. L waves or surface waves. Earthquake waves. Okay, there are three types of earthquake waves. So here is the first point. This one is the second point. Let's see the third point. An earthquake which originates below or near the sea causes great disturbance in the water. Which cause great disturbance? When it originates below or nearer to the sea. Okay, below or nearer to the sea, the earthquake which causes greater disturbance in an water. This is the third point. The floods and the waves cause great loss of life. Sometimes more than the earthquake, itself. Okay, next one, here is a fourth point. Tsunami, a Japanese term. Tsunami, which term? It comes from the Japanese term, is a name given to the huge waves caused in the sea by an earthquake. Okay, tsunami comes from which term? It comes from the Japanese terms, is a name given to the huge waves, which means greater waves which is caused by the sea by an earthquake. Okay, tsunamis are quite common along the coast of Japan and other regions in the Pacific Ocean. Where the tsunamis are very common? In the coast of Japan and the other regions in the Pacific Ocean. Okay, next one. On 26th December 2004, Tsunami in the Indian Ocean swept coastal area of Indonesia, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, etc. They caused immense damage to life and property in the coastal area. I think your mom or dad will remember this thing which happens in the Indian Ocean, tsunami which occurs on 26th December 2004, which caused a great damage to life and property those who have lived in the coastal area. Okay. Next one, distribution of earthquake. Distribution of earthquake. The world's distribution of earthquakes coincide very closely with that of volcanoes. Regions of greatest seismicity or circum-Pacific areas with the epicenters and the most frequent occurrences along the Pacific Ring of Fire. It is said that about 68% of earthquakes occur in this belt. Remaining 31% of earthquakes take place in the Mediterranean Himalayan belt, including Asia Minor, the Himalayas and parts of northwest China. The remaining percent of earthquakes occur in northern Africa and Rift Valley areas of the Red Sea and Dead Sea. In India, the Himalayan region and the Ganga Brahmaputra Valley are prone to earthquakes. A number of earthquakes have been experienced in this region. Some of them were very severe. 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 And caused extensive damage. Example, the earthquake of Uttar Kashi in 1991 and Chamoli in 1999. The Deccan Plateau, which was supposed to be comparatively free from the dangers of the earthquakes, has experienced 2 severe earthquakes in the past. The Konya, Maharashtra earthquake in 1967 and the Latur earthquake in 1993. Volcanoes. This is 2 mark question. Okay. 7th Roman letter, 5th 2 mark question. So listen carefully. A volcano. The volcanoes. A volcano is a vent or an opening in the earth's crust through which hot magma erupts from deep below the surface. The opening is usually circular in form. What they have told here? There is a opening in the outermost layer of the earth. There is a opening. Okay, there is a small opening in the outermost layer of the earth. Outermost layer is a crust. So in that opening, there is a hot magma which comes from inside to the outside. Okay, is called volcanoes. Okay, there is a the volcano is a vent or an opening. It is a outermost layer of the earth. When there is a opening in the earth's crust, in that opening the hot magma comes out from that opening is called volcano. Volcano means Erimalai. A volcano is a vent or an opening in the earth's crust through which hot magma erupts from deep below the surface. The opening is usually circular in form. What is volcano? A volcano is a vent or an opening in the earth's crust through which hot magma erupts from the deep below the surface. The opening is usually circular in form, which is in circular in form. Okay, dears. Volcanic eruptions may also take place through a long crack or fissure through which steam and other materials flow out. Okay, volcanic eruptions may take place through long crack in the outermost layer of the earth or fissure through which steam and other materials flow out. The molten rock material within the earth together with gases is called magma. What is magma? It is a molten rock material when it is together with the gases. Okay, when it is together with the gases, it forms magma. After it rises to the surface, it is called as lava. When it rises, it becomes lava. What is magma? A molten rock material together with the gases to form magma. What is lava? When the magma rises to the surface is called lava. Here is a diagram of volcano. Volcano. Okay. Here this is a magma chamber. When it rises to the uppermost layer, it forms volcano. In course of time, lava and other materials flow out of the volcano, accumulate around the opening and form a conical hill or a mountain vent is an opening or mouth of the volcano. The top of this cone is usually marked by a funnel shaped depression which is called a crater. Funnel shaped depression is called crater. If the crater of the volcano is of great size and is shaped like a basin, it is called a caldera. It is called caldera. Calderas are caused by violent explosions which blow away entire tops of great cones. Today your assignment is 3 questions from what we have learned today. First one is earthquake. What is earthquake is your first question assignment. A sudden movement of a portion of the earth's crust which produces a shaking or trembling is known as an earthquake. This is the first question. Second question. What is called seismograph? What is called as seismograph? The earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument known as seismograph. Okay. Third one. What is volcanoes? What is volcanoes? A volcano is a vent or an opening in the earth's crust through which hot magma erupts from deep below the surface. The opening is usually circular in form. Is called volcano. Okay, these 3 are your today's assignment. Write these 3 questions in your homework note. Take a picture of it and send it in our group. Okay, dears? Write it neatly and clearly. Students, those who have not paid your school fees, kindly pay in our school and get your books immediately. Thank you, dears. We will see in the next class about the causes of volcanic activity. Okay? Thank you, children.